Right, as we said then, so the main thing of focus today was going to be about setup. If we can just change the setup, improve how you stand the golf ball. Of course you can. Yeah. Think about it when you're driving your car. If I borrowed your car for a day with my leg length, I said, right, okay, John, you drive it the next day, if you had to drive from here to North Wales, you'd be lagging it because you'd be stretching out. Any adjustments you have to make, even if your chair was moved that much, okay, you'd notice it, okay? Yeah. Yes, you'd still get from A to B. Yes, you can still go on a golf course. But it's not comfortable, it's not consistent, and there's been more errors in the meantime of doing that, okay? So through the process of how we actually start standing the golf ball, we've got a chat. We've got the left-hand one here now. This was what you before. As we said, the feet were quite narrow. They were having a little bit to the run. Again, with the alignment, if I get a couple of lines on here now, if the alignment is a little bit too far to the right with your toes, a right angle then to the golf ball, that's kind of a right angle there. The ball now is perceived to be further forward by having the actual feet right and the ball position where it was, okay? So we can just try and get your setup correct, but as we said, don't just get your feet right first. There's a process and a sequence to that, okay? Always put the golf club down. You like putting the club down away and sliding to it, which I think is fine, but at the same time,
I can see exactly what you're saying.
You can see there's going to be some variation in it. And you give me an inch or so variation, but an inch of impact is 30 yards out there. Exactly. So if we can go, okay, where does the club want to start, okay? If you're going to hammer an element bit of wood, you wouldn't put the hammer this way and then try and hit it there. You put it over the nail, swing back, hit the nail. That's kind of what the golfing wants to try and be. Put the golf club next to the golf ball where you want to hit it, okay? Then you put your hands on the club, get your grip comfortable, which is fine, you've got a good grip. And then from there now we're going to focus on the feet, getting a little bit wider. Open up that left foot just a little bit as we can see, and that ball now back more towards your sort of left heel there, okay? That's absolutely fine, okay? If we compare those two setups there, okay, your head sort of looking down there, but in terms of actual, that main bit there, we can see quite a big difference now in terms of your setup. You're in a position now where you can support the swing. You can rotate your body better both sides of the golf ball. You're not going to feel an imbalance and go, oh, I've got to slow down on my body, because humans are self-preserving. If you're going to fall over, the body just stops moving to sort of stabilise. And if the body stops moving, something else has to take over. These are the rest of the work. And across the ball we come. Then you start slicing it further right. You then start trying to pull it further left. It's a vicious circle. And one just goes straight left. Oh, lost ball. Okay. So from the same position there at address now, we've got a nice stable base. We're now going to just focus. I said, just think about circle. The golf swing, after all, basically a circle. Just create the circle. Don't try and go straight back, straight through. Cricket in you sort of thinks back to the bowler is straight back, straight through. In putting, it is. But with a golf swing with a driver, because you stood behind the ball to the side.
That's something that tells them that
more natural.
That circle. Rather than doing that.
Don't try to come around. Exactly. The club can go around your body naturally. We can rotate the shoulders. I think with a slightly wider lower half, as you swing back here now, there's a lot more stability there. It's good. It's fine. It's a good thing. But you look at this one here now, when you go back, the legs look a bit collapsy there. The knees are collapsed. I feel like I go sort of in prod and you just fall over. So because you've got no stability there, the lower half thinks I can't move. This one here now, because the lower half can work, we can unwind the body. The sequence now is nice. The lower half's driving first. Weight shifting now towards target. Good position. Club's coming back nicely on the inside. Great strike of the golf ball. There's no over the top movement there now. Nicely into the golf ball here. Full release of the arms and body. Up onto the left side in a good balanced position. Ease up on his toe a little bit more as well. And your weight now is starting to shift more towards that left side. When the feet are very narrow, you don't want to move. Because you feel you're going to fall over. And again, your focus was primarily before with don't go right, don't fall over, don't come across the ball.
Like you say, it was a stance was much the same as a 7-iron.
Exactly.
Just a bit further.
I've seen people doing shot. I would sort of stand with that width of stance. If I sort of said, okay, right, we're going to sort of do that there now. What club you got? I think, well, is it like maybe he's got the ball forward, so maybe like a 30-yard lob shot? I would have guessed on that based on the width of stance and where the ball position is. Okay, so trying to drive and a lob shot, we know you're going to come across the ball. So if you got that with the driver, there's your big slice. Okay, so by changing the setup, changing the sequence, the process, we're not changing your swing up here. We're just changing it actually, but not you actually make any adjustments. Just the feeling of a circle. That's maybe the swing thought now you can have, but get that process better. It's going to get you to the golf ball. Well, much better. The result we've had 2 hooks and about 15 down the middle of the fairway. A couple have been really, really impressive and gone a good long way and cleared that 200 marker with yards to spare. So if we can get that, you think if that was, I don't know, it's 4 par 3s at Monmouth, so I'm guessing, so 14 4s and 5s using your driver, and maybe a couple of par 4s you don't use your driver on potentially, but take 14 drivers, You've got a couple left. Okay, we'll call them double bogeys. Your handicap's there for that reason.
Yeah.
The other 14, the other 11, 12 in the middle of the fairway with an iron or something to the green.
Yeah.
Well, in Stableford you had 2 blobs, then you got the 11,
Well,
12 holes to
yeah.
score and plus the par 3. So
Yeah.
you'll be doing pretty good
I'd be
there,
happy with
okay?
that, yeah.
Does that all make sense then? Yeah.
Definitely.
Good stuff. Right, have a couple more then, and then we'll finish things off. Okay.